Hello, everybody. This is quite a cool one because I have finally done something that I've wanted to do in Zap for a long time, which is hit a peak rating of 2000. Specifically, this game took me to 2005. It was against Skunkle, and I was playing on Star Pack. I honestly wasn't even thinking all that much, and this is not disrespecting Skunkle at all. I think he played great, but this was happening while I was in a VC with a bunch of other people. Like, I was in a VC with, like, Amsa and gyomber and Sai, and we were all just kind of, like, parallel playing the game. And so I was not expecting to really get to 2000. When I matched against Skunkle, and I was at, like, 1993, I was thinking, like, wait, I need to lock in, because Skunkle is somebody who I think a lot of people have misconceptions about. They kind of have been assuming that he, like, only plays against Pack 1 and doesn't know what to do against any other packs, but evidently here that was not true. They take the Salamander line. I think Salamander is pretty good in a lot of situations where you like are running multiple cell pets from the start. I was just happy to take a 6/6 unit in this spot, and here it does end up working pretty well. We do get a win, but Skunkle is like very good positionally. I think Skunkle's positioning is really good, and so like, even if he has less experience against other packs, a lot of the times it like won't really matter. Just because like he'll know how to play around certain things. And oftentimes that'll be enough. Anyway, here we see that he has triple snail, which means he's got enough stats to win this fight. But turn 5, we take a level. As much as I wanted to take Fairy Armadillo, it was just not good here. We get another level. Here, this was kind of an interesting decision point. The best thing to end on at this point was Mouse, and then take one of the tier 4s. I decided on Hawk. But I actually decided to kill the Salamander here. Just because I know that I will be selling out of all of my cell pets. I think realistically the mistake I made that turn was just freezing everything and not keeping the shop open for seaweed. This is unfortunately a very close one. The Hulk killed a pretty sizable unit though. But Skunkle is smart. Skunkle will go for like some amount of health on the Badger to save it from Hawk. That's like just kind of my expectation. Take Capybara. Capybara is just like a pair on whatever unit you want. Like at worst it's a pair, at best it can also buff other things. I think it's like absolutely absurd. But now Skunkle has 3 giraffes. So of course we're able to win that fight pretty easily because I mean, Skunkle has 2 real units. I take the Anteater to bank some gold. And look, the Capybara was just a pair on this Hawk, which is, like, really good. And then I take Sausage, because there's still quite a long time in the game, and I expect to be able to win this fight with 2 Hawks against, like, a lot of scaling. And one of the Hawks actually kills a Badger, so yeah, we're able to win this fight as well. And to put it into perspective, I guess I should say, how good is 2000 actually? gyomber made a video about his journey to reaching it about 10 days ago, I think. Very good video if you haven't watched it. But yeah, it is very hard to get to 2000. Currently speaking, it's about top 15 in terms of, like, everybody's elo who plays this game at all. Which I think is really cool. I buy this elk. I could have bought the pair also, probably. But I just like elk too much. It might be a personal bias because I'm a really big fan of playing out the pivot turns that elk gives you. But I really like taking elk. And then here we actually get a second one. So, like, I'm just greeting some extra gold. Why not? I'm, like, coming back around to elk being absurdly broken. I take the strawberry jam because I know I'm killing one of the elks. So it's essentially just the same efficiency as a chicken leg. And then this part, like, I kind of overcooked a little bit. I have ammonite and hamster frozen. The croc is gone. I lose the seaweed, so I'm not winning this fight. But okay, we kill an elk. And then there's another strawberry gem. I level the mantis. Buy hamster. And there's a blobfish also. But it's like, it's weird to try and take both of these this turn. I have a free roll, you can't see it here, so that's why I unfreeze the strawberry jam. And then I find a chocolate, I just decide, okay, well, you know, maybe I can't get the trigger reset on hamster, but I do at least want to get the level up. It's better to put XP on that than anything else. We get a draw, barely, with the badger. But now we have a lot of gold. We're getting 4 free gold every turn from this hamster, pretty much. Take the ammonite. So at this point, let's pause. Wait, hold on. Can I actually... Okay, we'll go through this. Okay, you can see the kiwi has 12 gold. Which is still pretty good. The hamster is small, so I put a stake on it. I'm freeze-rolling this Spino, because I want to look for something specific first. I find this pill bug. And then I sell the kiwi to get a bunch of gold, because I want to get this to 10 rolls before I pill it. Because if I let the mantis naturally kill it, it will only ever be level 1, because it kills it at the start of turn. So I get this up to as many rolls as needed. I buy starfruit along the way. Lemon is very good on the unit that I'm about to make a Mimic Octo. Sell Pillbug. We pill this guy. And we get stats from Spino as well. We have just a ton of tier 6s. But I am using the extra hamster gold, because I still don't think I can particularly win this fight all that much. I have one unit and basically nothing else on my board. Whereas Skunkle has a full board of units. So he's able to win here. But now I have a lot of gold to fill out the rest of my board with these separate hamsters. I find the ostrich and 2 tier 6s immediately, so I'm thinking, like, okay, well at this point I kind of have to combine the hamsters anyway. I thought about taking that hamster, but I decided that I wanted to just stabilize first. Because I'm getting actually outscaled here until I hit the level 2 ostrich. Because there's like level 2 giraffe and cat on the other board. And they're also buffing a badger. Okay, they hit a snake here. The fact, let me go back. The fact that this saber-tooth got 2 hits off and spawned a bigger mammoth was relevant here. Now this mammoth can pop melon. and the Mimic Octo's able to kill. So we win that fight, and we have level 2 Ostrich incoming. Now at this point it's not worth selling my Spino to try and fit in a better unit. I just decide, like, I'm not even going to level the Spino either. I should have switched to the tier 6s in the event that I am able to level Hamster this turn, but I didn't end up finding that. Taking Starfruits, as usual, it's just always good. And then I take Pancakes on the Ostrich. Realistically, it might have been a consideration to also put them on the Spino, but I'm eventually thinking I want protective equipment on the Spino. That's probably not the right line of thinking, though, because the Spino is getting so many stats from Ostrich that it's kind of just being protected by that anyway. We somehow lose this fight, actually, by like a lot, and go down to lethal, just because the Mimic Octo didn't really do as much as we wanted it to. But now we just keep rolling. We get another Ostrich trigger, which is pretty lucky. I'm still buying Starfruit. I take this Eggplant because I'm thinking that there is no reason... The reason Eggplant is so absurdly good in Star Pack is because your opponent is never playing around it. Like, I fully expect that Skunkle knows you can get Eggplant in this pack, but it's such a low chance that it's not worth messing up your positioning on the off chance that they have an Eggplant. And Skunkle has another life to work with anyway. So I take the Eggplant here. Keep rolling down, as you usually do with an Ostrich board. We get a trigger, and so... Because none of these are like a pair, like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's literally a straight Balatro mentioned. Poker mentioned. But, yeah, it's just like... It's just always gonna be good to take the chocolate. So we bring the snake to the front, we get way more triggers on this Mimic Octo now. We win very easily with this one. And it's 1-1. And we keep doing the same thing with Ostrich as we normally do. Just roll and get triggers. And we finally roll into the last Hamster, so we can reset the triggers again. That's just like a casual 6 more gold. This Hamster unit's insanely good, man. But yeah, it's just more of the same. It's just continue to roll down. I freeze the celery as well, because if we're not at the point where I get another Ostrich trigger, I want to just play it safe and buy the celery, which is guaranteed stats. I put it on Ostrich, so in the hope that it can tank more snake triggers. But actually, it doesn't do that here, so it probably wasn't the best. But we have plenty to win. So yeah, this was the game that got me to 2000. I'm pretty happy with how I played it, especially considering it was like in a random VC and at a point where I definitely did not expect to get to 2K. But yeah, I'm happy with it regardless, even though it was just kind of... The Ostrich is good and the Hamster is also good. But anyway, that's about it. Have a wonderful day.